Fat Dag is a Weight Watchers leader in Indianapolis, Indiana. However, the views and opinions expressed during this podcast are his own. They do not represent the views of Weight Watchers. And now, here's your host and wingman, Fat Dag.
I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Wise Advice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. That's right. I believe in you. Welcome to episode 200. 200 episodes of Wise Advice. Right now, there's close to 200 of you watching in live. We're going to round up to 200. I'm all about rounding. There's 200 of you watching live right now. Thank you for being a part of this very special episode. For those of you who are going to hear this in the upcoming days, thank you as well for being part of this amazing group. If you haven't already, find your way over to Facebook to the Wise Wingman Facebook group. It's a group of amazing people just absolutely getting it done, checking in daily, reminding ourselves that we absolutely can do this. I want to give a shout out to every single one of you. If you've ever pressed play and you're listening now, then you are part of this 200 journey celebration. And I absolutely could not have done this alone. I could not continue to do this alone. If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise? It's kind of like if Fat Dag does a podcast but no one downloads it, does it still make a noise? Well, it needs a two-way communication. That's how it works. You being here, it gives me fuel, gives me fire. I wish you could be here about 20 minutes before we go live for the show. About 20 minutes before the show, I run around the house. I'm looking for some motivation. I'm looking for some energy, and I'm probably not even really running around the house. I'm kind of doing one of these things and moping around the house, and it takes me a second to get energized, and I pop into the chair. I turn on the computer. I turn on the phones. We got 4 iPads looking at me, got a light shining in my face, and all of a sudden, boom, it's showtime. And the energy that you send through the phone is what makes this thing special. So thank you, all of you, so much for taking care of you, because when you take care of you, you help me take care of me. So it's absolutely an honor to be your wingman. It's an honor to walk this journey with you. It's an honor to be here each and every day with you as we are all getting this done. So 200 episodes. What that means to me is that there are now someone brand new. If you start this journey today, you can have 200 days consistently where you can wake up with some motivation in your pocket. Any time of the day, you reach out, you say, I need some little inspiration, I need some motivation. 200 days straight, you can do this. You just press play, you just press listen. It doesn't cost you a thing to completely change your life. It just costs you time and effort, of which are going to pass anyways, and you can get it done. 200 episodes. Can you imagine that? Back when we started, I don't know if you remember, if you go all the way back to episode 1, I was sitting in my car. I was trying to figure out what a podcast was. No exaggeration, I had to Google how to start a podcast. About a week later, we finally launched the podcast on March 14th, 2016, I believe. So we're a little over a year old, and so I Googled how to start a podcast with no expectation, no dream, no hope at all that any of you would tune in. And here we are, almost 2.2 million downloads later. We continue to get it done, and there are some amazing stories. We've laughed together, we've cried together. We have done some amazing work. There are some amazing people who've just reached out and shared their stories, and I want to encourage you at this time to do that. If you haven't noticed, this show is 100% user content driven. I don't have a script. I ad-lib from the beginning. I ad-lib at the end. But the entire meat of the show is you sharing your story. So I want to take a moment just to remind you that if you'd like there to be an episode 201, 202. If you'd like to make it episode 300, it takes you sharing your story for other people to understand that they truly are not alone. And the way to do that is to go to open your email, send an email to onair at fatdag.com. You certainly could go to the Wise Advice app from your app store. Inside the app, you can send an email directly as well. There are many ways to be included as part of the show, and I really want to encourage you to do that. Last but not least, and we'll roll right into the first email from Rochelle, is also, again, thank you for all of you who stepped up to continue to provide the financial support to help keep the show going. Fatdag.com, click on Become a Patron. Those of you who've done that, thank you. Days that we don't have that financial support, we bring in some advertisers. All of the advertisers, I want to thank you. The products that they have recommended are all things that I believe in and all good stuff. So without further ado, let's open the show with Rochelle. Episode 200. The subject of her show, of her email says 200 pounds and counting. Hi, Fat Dag. Hey, I recently posted this on Facebook, but I wanted to share an email that I'm celebrating a 200-pound weight loss. 203 total. Thanks to you and the Wingmen, somewhere along this journey, I started to believe in myself. I'm like so many others in this journey, and I love Beyond the Scale because I'm changing so much as a person. A year and a half ago, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do, and I still would be hiding behind my weight. I smiled to hide the pain, and today, I smile because I feel good, and I mean it. On my last email, I mentioned that I'm doing so many more things that I couldn't do, and it's so evident on a recent family trip. It meant so much because my family members even noticed. Sure, I would have liked to have do more, but I was doing things that I didn't think I was capable of. Some of these are a little embarrassing, but I wanted to share because I know that I'm not alone, and if I can help someone, it's worth it. Walking. I'm still using my walker, but I can actually keep up with people. Knee replacement is in my future, but the doctor wants me to continue to lose to help with my recovery. I can stand and tie my shoes. Booth versus chairs, I can still do both, but I'm worried, but I fit. Now, when it comes to medical procedures, nothing is more embarrassing than needing something and having to ask, is there a weight limit? The stranger and the pity looks and the comments as I was trying to get around are all gone. I can't wait to see everyone in September for your tour and to cheer them on. I hope to be able to do it next year. With warm thanks, Rochelle. Rochelle, congratulations on an amazing 203-pound weight loss. That's all you getting it done. That is you recognizing that there was something in your life you needed to do something about. You plugged into a community. You dialed in. You said you wanted to make a difference, and you absolutely did it. And I love the list that you have written out. All things that so many of us have gone through. Is that I remember trying to squeeze into a booth at times and just kind of just sitting there going, oh my goodness, and having to choose a table on occasion, and now it doesn't matter, and to be able to stand and tie your shoes, walking and keeping up with people, and last but not least is when people, the strangers would give you the pity looks in the comments, and you've now eradicated that. You've done that because you decided to make a difference, and the strength that you show by sharing your story right now. Right now, somebody brand new is listening with a insurmountable to them belief that the weight loss is not possible. And here you are. You've proven to them that a 200-pound weight loss is absolutely doable. In smiling from ear to ear, rather than to hide the pain, but to smile with pride and say, I did this. Take 1 second to think about that. I did this. So many times as we go through this journey, and I do it as well, I thank you guys for being here. I thank you for helping me. But the reality is there's nothing we can do for other people that they have to actually understand that they have to do it themselves. Rochelle, you've done that. You have completely changed your life. You now recognize that there are some health benefits that now you've given yourself back, and it all happened because somewhere along the journey you took it to heart, and rather than saying you can't do it, you started believing in yourself. That is where the true magic happens. When you wake up and you say, I can do this. When you get to that point, you understand that you are capable of so much more. And so, Rochelle, congratulations to you on your 200-pound weight loss. Continue to eat healthy, continue to move more, continue to just do a little bit of exercise. That is how you change your life. Congratulations once again. In that same vein, as I was preparing the show this morning, I get an alert that comes across my phone, and you guys may remember, I don't know the exact episode, but Chris Benyon, who's of course joining us here live on Facebook as well. Chris was one of those stories that I told him in person that he would have, it would have haunted me for life if I didn't have the opportunity to share the story that I'm going to share with you right now. Many months ago, I was substituting in a Weight Watchers meeting room, and I had about 2 weeks left before my substitution term was ending. And this gentleman walks into the meeting room at the very end of the meeting, and I've shared this story before, so if you've heard it, I apologize, but I want to recap it because it means an awful lot to me. And so he walks into the meeting room and ready to get this done. And so, Chris says 58. He's counting. So he walks into the meeting room ready to get this done. He's determined, he's focused, he's miserable. He's ready for us to help him. And I couldn't help him. And the scale that he hopped on, unfortunately, we couldn't get the thing to work. And so he left his very first Weight Watcher meeting ever with absolutely no help from us other than a hope that, hey, Chris, would you return? A week later, he's determined, he's focused, he decides he wants to come back. And he does come back into the meeting room. And once again, technical difficulties prevent us from enabling us to start the program with him. We could not get an accurate weight because the scale was just not cooperating. So here he was reaching out in his darkest hour, I would say, reaching out to someone who's supposed to be able to help him. That was me. And I failed him on 2 occasions completely. And I asked him, I said, dude, just come back. And we sat down, we had a heart-to-heart. He told me he was in the Marine Corps, so I started speaking a little slower so that he would have an opportunity to understand what I was saying. I noticed he was wearing a New York Yankees hat, and I knew for sure that there was no way that he would understand me, for one, and then 2, he would be able to have any sort of success. And so I felt bad for the guy, and I said, I just want you to come back, Chris. I just really want to be a part of your journey. And he did. And so there is absolutely no reason on the planet that this gentleman should have come back to a third Weight Watchers meeting when the first 2 meetings were completely a failure. I own 100% of that failure. And I promise you, had he not come back on week 3, then I would have, for the rest of my life, I would have lived with that pain that someone reached out for help, and I truly was not able to help him. So as I'm preparing the show today, completely synchronicity is the term I'm going to use. Chris reaches out to me and shows me a picture of his 200-pound charm that he received. 200 pounds lost from a guy who decided he was not giving up, from a guy that decided that this was doable, from a guy that finally said, I have had enough. He didn't quit, and he absolutely got it done. So, Chris, shout out to you, my friend. 206 pounds total. Absolutely incredible. You are absolutely amazing. It was a true honor a couple weeks ago when you and I had the chance to go have dinner, to just sit and just connect and just really recap your entire journey. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is as we sit here and discuss now that you are a 200-pound weight loss loser. You're an incredible dude. You're incredibly inspiring. And tonight you had the opportunity to lead your very first Weight Watchers meeting. And so I'm sure if we sat back and we look back all the way back on day 1, I don't believe at all you would have said a Weight Watcher leader was in your future, but you've now completed Weight Watcher leader training. You are a leader, and tonight you celebrate your very first meeting as a Weight Watcher leader, as a true success story, as a true inspiration, as someone who understands that this journey does not have to be perfect. This journey simply has to continue. That's all it takes. You have to be mindful, you have to be focused, you have to want to do it, but the reality is there's going to be so many distractions along the way. You have to actually just not quit. And when you hit goal, Chris, You will hit goal. Lee says that in relation to Wendy, but you absolutely will hit your goal. You are a force to be reckoned with. I love seeing your post in the Wise Wingman group of your Sunday evening meal prep. You fire up a grill like no one else, and it's awesome to see your enthusiasm for the program. It's awesome to see how you are completely changing lives. So even though you are a United States Marine, former United States Marine, and a New York Yankees fan, dude, I love you more than you'll ever know. I share a part of your story that you've made me so proud to be your wingman, and I truly cannot thank you enough for not quitting on me when I was not able to help you early on. So thank you for that. I asked a lot of people as well, 400 pounds in the first 2 episodes of the show. Chris shares he's now 69 pounds away from goal, so he certainly can do that. But I asked you, to share now that, tell me some stories of you on Lifetime. And what I want to just do, take a moment now and just read a couple of those emails of folks who've done it, who are now at Lifetime and living the life that we all deserve. And I want to just take a moment and now let you know, out of Longview, Washington, Jennifer writes in, says, "Hi, Mike. Hey, I made Lifetime for the 3rd time on February 3rd, 2018. On April 21st, I received my 50-pound charm. It feels amazing. I still attend weekly meetings. I weigh, I measure, and I track everything. I'm able to buy new clothes that fit. I can cross my legs. I have bones in places I never knew I had. And I had to have my husband put new holes in my Birkenstock straps. I lost weight in my feet. You said to keep it short, so I will. Lifetime means what it says. Lifetime. I'm never going back. I wish you all good focus. #Wingman." Jennifer, very cool. I think that's probably the coolest thing for me is be able to sit and just cross your leg comfortably. It's a cool feeling for folks who've never had the opportunity to do that. It's my favorite thing as well. And getting new holes in the Birkenstocks, that's pretty awesome as well. So 50-pound weight loss, congratulations. I know it feels amazing. I want you to continue to stay tapped into that feeling. That feeling is what you need to keep staying after to absolutely get it done. Anne writes in and says, "Hi, Mike. Hey, 15 months after beginning this journey in January 2017, I made Lifetime last week. I lost 47% of me, and I kept all of the best parts. The story of It's a Wonderful Life lets us see George Bailey's life 2 different ways. Mike, in the same way, I wonder what my life would be like today without you, your support, your podcast, and your friendship. Something tells me that without you, this may have been another failed weight loss attempt. Instead, this journey has been different because of the many things that I've learned from you, especially focusing on why and having these podcasts at the ready whenever I need them. I am truly strengthened every time I get to catch a live episode. This time is different because of you, Mike, my wingman. You made me find all the grit and resolve I needed to push through each day. I dedicate my lifetime accomplishment to you." And one quick non-scale victory. I'm going through stored items in my house in preparation for a move, and I found a box of photos from college in my early 20s when I was at my physical peak. If I'd found that box a couple years ago, I would have been very sad to think about how I had let myself go. But now, I'm able to wear those same sizes, and the old friends are telling me that I remind them of those years again. 40 years later, so that is a nice victory. Happy 200th episode. Love, Anne. And you two are in that category of truly amazing people. It's truly an honor to walk this journey with you. The photos that you shared with me were absolutely inspiring. I looked at them and said, wow, Anne looks good. So congratulations on doing that. And I understand what you said when, had you found this box a year ago, that it would have been defeating. And so here you are with a true joy of being able to now rekindle that memory and say it'd be something that you can be proud of. And I do want to kind of address the middle part of your email where, I truly appreciate the accolade. I truly appreciate that you said that, that this journey is different because of me. And I understand where that's coming from, but I really, truly do need you to rekindle, refocus, and understand that everything you did, you did. And so anybody who's embarked on a weight loss journey, every time you did it, you are the one that had to do it. So regardless of what motivation you used, you actually had to take the steps to do it. And the reason that I feel that is important is because what I want you to know is that for the rest of your life, you have the skills required to completely control your own life. So that's what I want you to know. And I want you to know that I'm truly honored to be here with you. I'm truly honored to be your friend. I'm truly honored to hang out with you online. I have my fingers crossed that we'll be able to hang out later on this summer. Not looking likely, but my fingers are crossed that opportunity will present itself. And when it does, I want to sit and reflect and say, Ann, you did this. 15 months in your journey, it has not been all roses. We've shared some tears. We've gone through some crazy, amazing things, but you persevered. You absolutely get it. You absolutely did get it done. And again, my heart is just beaming with pride to have you here. And so Ann is joining us on Facebook as well, saying that you are the wind beneath my wings. I think that's an entire tribute to the entire community that we all share this as well. Diane out of Naperville says, hey, since making Lifetime on March 14th, I am feeling incredible. I'm finally getting the hang of maintenance. 2 full months down, point plus 2 and -6, but I'm on to month 3. I'm doing my same routines. I'm measuring, I'm tracking, I'm moving, and I'm going to meetings. I am putting everything I learned into play, and it's working. Thanks for being my wingman, Diane. Diane, another amazing success story. It was an honor to meet you when you came to Indianapolis. Thank you for trudging through the only snowstorm we've ever had. That was absolutely crazy. You absolutely got it done. Thank you for being a part of the Operation Fat Dad crew, and congratulations again on being on Team Lifetime back in March. I love how you opened up your email with "I am feeling incredible." This isn't about what we look like, and so many times, I don't know if you notice as when people say you look great, I almost always try and respond with, I feel even better. Because the feeling is what we're after. I wake up every single day wanting to make a difference in my life. I wake up every single day wanting to be better, and I feel better. So Diane, when you open your email by saying, I feel incredible, what that tells me is that you're tuned in as well, and you are absolutely going to be able to maintain this for a long period of time. That is what we're all after. And so taking everything that you've learned, putting it into play, that is what we're trying to accomplish. Is kind of, I equate it to going to college, and there's a period of time where you have to study, you have to make some sacrifice, you have to make some changes, and you get an entire education. And then when you graduate, you move on, and the textbooks are still there, but you don't necessarily have to refer to them every day. You have to put everything that you learned into play. You've done that. You're able to do that. That is why you're having the success that you're having, and it's truly an honor to be your wingman as well. Another person at Lifetime is Liz. Liz says, hi, Mike. I'm at Lifetime and at Goal since November after losing 70 pounds. I track, I weigh, I measure. Interruption here. I think the theme is the same here. And every week I attend my meeting and I continue to weigh in as that accountability helps keep me focused. When I'm tempted to revert back to old habits, I go look in my closet. I remember how good it feels to wear smaller sizes without worrying if they will fit or look nice. Although sometimes Goal and Lifetime can feel a little fragile, I definitely have had a mindset shift, and I feel like I can do this. This is actually who I am now. Your motivation, your uplifting insights continue to be a breath of fresh air, and I am grateful for that. Sincerely, your wingman, Liz. Liz, congratulations, 70 pounds down, continuing to track, weigh, measure. That is what's working for you. Attending your meeting every single week, weighing in, all of that accountability reminds you every single day that you can do it, and you're absolutely right. it helps keep you focused. And, being able to walk in the closet and say, this is what I'm wearing today, and you just pick it on and put it on is just such an amazing feeling. I want that feeling to be around for you for as long as you want it, as long as you are capable of saying, I can do this. I want to do this. That is what's going to do that. 70 pounds. This is who you are now. I got a little verb for that too. This is who you always have been. Nothing changed about you. You were always awesome. You were always had the ability to do this. You now understand why you're doing it, and you wake up every single morning on fire wanting to do it. Daisy out of Hackensack, New Jersey says, hi, Mike. I'm celebrating 3 months, 2 weeks at Lifetime and at Goal. I will be going on a photo shoot tomorrow in New York City for the fall issue of the Weight Watchers magazine. This journey has been quite a ride, and you have served as an incredible inspiration. I'd like to let our fellow wingmen know that this is doable. It's not easy, but you have the ability to completely change your life. Just get it done. I wish you and everyone good focus. Daisy, congratulations. Starting weight, 205 pounds. Current weight, 134.4 pounds. That's an amazing transformation. 3 months, 2 weeks of Lifetime. You clearly understand what it's like to get it done. Congratulations. Enjoy New York City. You should be there right now, celebrating all the amazing hard work and success that brought you to where you are. Next up, Karen says, I achieved Lifetime 4 months ago. I know you asked for people who made Lifetime. Although it's only been 4 months, I follow many Lifetimers on Connect for the inspiration. Now I want to inspire everyone. Number 1, Lifetime is truly the next chapter in your journey for a healthy lifestyle. Number 2, the daily focus of every meal, snack, and bites, licks, and tastes is even more paramount to maintain that goal weight. Number 3, this is the only way I've been able to extend my longevity. Wishing everyone continued great focus. Love, Karen. Karen out of Long Island. She's KA Doug 12 on Connect and very active in the Wise Wingman Facebook group. Karen, great three perfect tips. I love it. Is this is the only way you've been able to extend your longevity. The fact that you've taken control of your health, the fact that you have now made a difference in your own life, and you've now regained your own health benefits on actions that you've taken, is what the celebration is all about. 4 months at Lifetime. Congratulations. You're doing amazing work. It's truly an honor to walk this journey with you. And again, seeing you in Indianapolis was a treat as well. Next up, Shannon says, hey, in 2010, Weight Watchers came to me and asked me to work for them. I told them I couldn't. I can't get the weight off, I said sadly. She didn't take that for an answer. She believed in me. I relied on my leader for the guidance. She encouraged me to work the Simply Filling plan since I wasn't tracking anyway. I haven't been hungry since. See, I was a hungry person. 45 pounds melted off in 4 months, bringing my total to 105 pounds lost. I reached a healthy BMI, and I have never looked back. I love working for Weight Watchers, and I encourage everyone to join the team. Thank you, Fat Dag. You keep us all on the team and motivated. Sincerely, Shannon from Nebraska. Shannon, 105 pounds down. What an incredible journey that is. I love how you tuned into your leader. Your leader recognized where you were in the journey, recognized a program shift. You switched to Simply Filling. Boom, 45 pounds down. You absolutely got it done, reaching your healthy BMI and never looking back. So continue up the amazing work. Thank you for stepping up to be a Weight Watcher leader. I love, as well as you said, you encourage others to do the same. There is something very powerful about walking people through this journey and just reminding them every single day that they can do it. Certainly, you don't do this for your own accountability. There is a piece to that plays in, but the absolute reason for doing this is that you want to share your journey. You want to share in other people's success and encourage them to continue to get it done. So, Shannon, thank you for your email. Congratulations on the 105 pounds down. Incredible work. A couple more. Hi, Mike. Lifetimer here, below goal. Just checking in for episode number 200. I reached goal in Lifetime in 1994, and I've been chasing it ever since. I quit going to meetings, and I gained it back, plus 20 pounds more. My highest Weight Watcher weight ever was in 2000. Currently, I'm down 25 pounds from my last starting weight, and I'm well below goal. This time feels different. I found my why, I found my focus, and I will never quit on myself again. Thanks, Fat Dag, and thanks for all the great wingmen. See you in Denver in July. Pam out of Colorado Springs. Pam, congratulations on being well below goal. This time feels different because this time is different. The thing that's different about this time is that you will not quit. Quitting simply gives you a new start date. You're not doing that. You're pressing on, getting it done. Dina says, hey, I joined Weight Watchers November 1st, 2016 at 310 pounds. I made Lifetime February 20th, 2018. I'm pushing towards a healthy BMI, and I've continued my weight loss. I'm down 129.6 and counting. I could not be happier. I am truly the best and healthiest version of me ever. Thank you, Fat Dag. You inspire me daily and help me keep focused. Congrats on episode 200, Dina. Dina, congratulations to you. 129.6. You look absolutely amazing. It was truly an honor to meet you a couple weeks ago, and just sit quietly and have a nice quiet dinner and just celebrate all of our amazing successes. You did that. You made Lifetime because you decided you were worth it. That's all it takes, is that you decided, hey, I can do this and I'm worth it. And as a result, you truly are the best and the healthiest version of you ever. I want to pause now as we roll into this next one. The very last of I Made Lifetime for episode 200 comes in from Brenda. And I want you guys to just kind of really pay attention as we go through this. And if this doesn't sum the entire journey up for all of us, then maybe we just don't have that option. But Brenda says, hey, Fat Dag, I made Lifetime on Friday. I still can't believe it. I had intended to write to you several times, and I could never get my words together. My Weight Watcher journey started 20 years ago. I lost the majority of my weight within 6 months, and I struggled for 2.5 years with the next 3 pounds, gaining and losing the same 3 pounds. I finally decided I could finish losing the remaining 3 pounds on my own. Who was I fooling? We all know how that would end. My daughter was 4 at the time and would go to the Weight Watcher meetings with me. She talks about how after the meetings we would go to McDonald's for ice cream. I would reward myself with food. What was I thinking? Certainly, I wasn't thinking about what I was teaching my daughter. I joined Weight Watchers 1 year ago, determined that this is the time. I would lose the weight and I would get to goal. I started listening to the Wise Advice podcast right away. It made all the difference in my journey. I had a pretty heavy why. I wanted to lose my weight so I could be around for my family, for my health. My family history is terrible. I lost my twin sister 13 years ago to cancer. Linda had joined Weight Watchers and she had made it to goal. Shortly after, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went through treatment. We celebrated 1 year cancer-free, but 6 months later, she was diagnosed with cancer again. This time, she didn't make it. She passed away 4 months later. For years, I believe she passed away because she had lost her weight and didn't have the strength to fight the cancer. I used that as my excuse for not losing the weight that I needed to lose. When I was diagnosed with cancer 8 years ago, I knew it was my turn to go through the cancer treatment, and I made my decisions for my care based on Linda and her outcome. I had a double mastectomy and a complete hysterectomy done. My doctors watched me very closely. I didn't worry about my weight because I wanted to have the extra weight in case I needed to fight like my twin sister had. 1 year ago, I decided it was time to lose the weight so I could get off my diabetic medication. My insurance had changed, my cost for my diabetic meds each month was $500. So my journey started so I could get off my medicine. I went to my oncologist 3 months ago for my 6-month checkup. He was so excited to see my weight loss. He said something that has become my biggest why. I had just done the biggest thing I could ever do to keep cancer at bay. I had lost the weight. He said, cancer is attracted to fat. He said because I had lost the weight, I had a better chance of remaining cancer-free. Because of my family history, I remain at high risk and I will continue to see my oncologist every 6 months. I cannot wait to see him in the fall. I sailed through those last few pounds to make goal. Linda lost her battle with cancer, not because she was at her goal weight, but because she had 2 different types of cancers at the same time and couldn't fight them. I've been cancer-free for 8 years now. I exercise at Beat Cancer Boot Camp 3 times a week. I love it. Who knew I would love to exercise? Cancer does not like exercise. It gives it too much oxygen. I'm still diabetic not because I am fat or make poor food choices. So my body does not process the insulin correctly. I'm not diabetic because I'm fat. So my why has changed, and that's okay. I have changed. I am in control of what goes in my mouth, which eventually controls my health. What a concept. I don't have control of everything, but what I can control, I do control. I love my life. I am the healthiest I have been my entire adult life. I weigh what I weighed in high school. Thank you, Fat Dag, for your no-nonsense approach to weight loss. You helped me figure out my why, and I kept it close by. I made goal, and then lifetime. I plan to continue to attend my weekly meeting. My health will continue to remain my focus. Thank you for your service to our country, Brenda. Folks, that right there is a winner in all aspects of life. Brenda, you are absolutely amazing, and what you have gone through to get to this part in your journey is incredibly inspiring. Your email sums up this entire journey for so many people, and my heart goes out to you in a lot of different ways. But what I want to address first is that you sharing your story is the most powerful thing you can ever do, because there are so many people right now not knowing where to turn, not knowing if they can do this, not knowing, believing that they are completely alone. And you, through your strength and your courage, have proven to them that they don't have to be alone. For your twin sister, Linda, our thoughts and prayers continue to always go out for you and your family. And it's awesome that she was able to help you through your own journey by sharing parts of her journey that enabled you to shape yours. And so that is the incredible part. Continue to do all the amazing things. Your last paragraph is the piece that I want to just certainly highlight, is that you cannot control everything. What you can control is what you eat and the exercise that you do. That is what enables you to love your life. And that is what's given you the opportunity to be the healthiest that you've ever been in your entire life. And then weighing back where you are at high school. It doesn't matter how long it took you to get here. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what the numbers are. What matters is here you are at a point in your life where you're absolutely the healthiest version of you can ever be. I think that's what we're all after. I think when it really boils down to it, doesn't matter what size clothes we wear. It doesn't matter what the scale says. It doesn't matter what we look like. It doesn't matter what the reflection in that mirror is showing us. What matters is we wake up every single day. We want to change the world. We want to share our stories so that other people can change their lives. We wake up every single morning excited to be a part of this amazing life. We realize that all of that transpired because we dared to take that first step. Brenda, you are an incredible inspiration, and I want to thank you for ending a very special episode, number 200. And here's to many, many, many success stories that will come as a result of you sharing yours. So thank you for being a part. Thank you for celebrating with us. Thank you for truly checking in and being an amazing wingman. Folks, that's how you do it. And it's really, I hate to say the word simple because it's not simple, but it's absolutely doable. As you heard, so many people I haven't added up in this episode, but the first 2 people were 200 pounds. There was a couple 100-pound episodes. So we're easily approaching 1,000-pound weight loss in a single episode of the podcast. It's people who've woken up every single morning wanting to completely change their life and doing it. They found the resources. They found the Wise Wingman group. They found the podcast. But the reality is it doesn't matter what they found. They found what worked for them. And that's all that I ask you to do is I ask you to wake up every single morning saying, I can do this. I don't have to be perfect at it. I don't have to be even good at it. I just have to keep doing it. I have to show up like Chris did and say, you know what? It's okay that it didn't work on day 1. It's going to work on day 2. And on day 2, when it doesn't work, you just try even harder to make it work on day 3. And you get into a groove where you then have completely changed your life. And then I certainly ask that at that point, when you realize that you have completely changed your life and you are the healthiest version of you, you then reach back and you find other people who are just now attempting to start this journey. And you say, I understand. I know exactly where you're coming from because I was you. And so I want to walk with you and I want to share with you what I went through so that you don't have to make a lot of the same mistakes I did. And you can find your own way in this group. You can join us on the web. You can join us on Facebook in the Wise Wingman Facebook group. You can join us on Connect. You can join us in the meeting room. You can join us wherever it is you need that support, but it's absolutely critical to your journey that you find someone to share your story with because you never know the impact that we each have. 2.1 million downloads and counting, 200 episodes and counting, thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds shed as we completely change our life is complete reason to be celebrating. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Go to fatdag.com, click on the Wise Advice Podcast link, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I will work them in to the upcoming show. I want you to email those celebrations because, as you know, I truly, truly want you to be proud of what you're doing. You are doing this. Whether you're checked in or not, whether you're listening or not, is regardless. You are the one making it happen. You need to be damn proud that you're doing it. That's going to do it for this time. Remember that losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you good focus. Thank you for listening to the Wise Advice Podcast. Did you know for as little as $1 a month, you can take the next step as a wingman and support the show? Visit fatdag.com, click on Become a Patron today.